All right. Hello. Let me clear my throat. Hold on. All right. Hello. No, I'm like recapping, taking my walk. Oh my God, dude, I am going through too much. And there are moments where, as a woman, it shows. And I fully let them know by the latte stand. I don't know if anyone could tell, but that was a latte stand by where they were congregating with all of their dogs holding lattes, okay? I had, at that point, lost my cool because if you watch the video, I had seen those cops. That's what got me emotionally reactive. And so by the time I got to them, I yelled out something. It was spot on. What I said was word of God. But I yelled, no, it's cool to do that to cops. But because they're so cool with having fucking deranged fucking women. They don't care who hangs out in their fucking neighborhood, man. It's really disconcerting here. Okay. So we have, of course, Mommy forgot to put the pepper flakes in. I did. Where did they go here? It's going to happen right now, okay? When I was sauteing. And I just let it slide. It's all right. So you put them in later, right? Instead of parsley, we got the basil. It's going to be good either way. This is going to be so good. Look at all our mozzarella. We're adding it all. I might not want to add so much next time, but that is a kind of a preference thing. It's not going to be crucial to the, whatever the word, construction or whatever the word of the meatball itself. All right, and we got this. The breadcrumbs, eggs, Parmesan. We're going to add Parmesan because it gives a salt to it that you got to have to be somewhat on the same as before with the classic. And what we're doing here is we're sauteing our eggplant, okay? Then that's a watery vegetable. So that's a lot too. A little small one's going to be mad good. I'm going to cook it way down. And I'm going to add mushrooms, okay? We're going to make a vegetable marinara. It's going to be really, really good. I'm really into this right now. I'm actually creating something that I'm going to do again for some sort of dinner party. Absolutely. I think it would be a seller. All right. And then we can go ahead. I mean, you could put these in now, or you could put them in when you put the sauce into it. That's, I mean, honestly, inside information that if someone has a suggestion that I can't think of, when it comes to culinary, I mean, there's always suggestions. But at this point with me, I just need a few tricks to be taught. And I'm at executive chef level. But I'm not quite there yet. I'm not saying I am, no. I need to learn a little more still. But as far as the tomato goes, it can go into the sauce, and I'll show you that part. Or it can go now, because it's watery. I'm sorry that I didn't mention that. It's a lot of water in all these vegetables I just showed you on film here. So you want to cook that out before you combine it with your tomato sauce, okay? All right. So we're going to go back over here. And yeah, I don't like living here, man. This is just horrendous, okay? Wow. So here we go. We got to add a cup of that and this. So let me go ahead and stir for the camera. You see the garlics there, the basil, the red pepper. It's going to be good, okay? All right. You add the egg once you get all the meat in. So we can go ahead and put the meat in. But let me think first. Let's add the cheese. I'm thinking it's going to be easier to, when you add the meat, because you're going to want to use your hands and I won't be able to film at that point, to get the cheese going. So it calls for this much Parmesan. I'm going to stick with the regular amount of Parmesan. And you can look, if this is something you want to eye, you can always eye it. Like, how much Parmesan do I want to taste? I mean, some of this is just basic, whatever the word. And you can taste that pretty good, this much Parmesan and that much meat. I wouldn't add any more, okay? I mean, if you want heavy Parmesan, go for it. But this is definitely something, oh yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do that, okay? Let me throw this away. So now we got our cheese blended with our, sometimes it's better instead of just dumping it all in there and trying to use your hands. I mean, you'll get there if you do it that way, you'll eventually get there. But it's just a little bit cleaner of a process. You're not using your hands this long, and you get it more thoroughly blended if you take a few steps to it. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this in a second, but we got our cheese ready, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and add my breadcrumbs to that, okay? Because I want the breadcrumbs to be all in there, not clumped up in there because I stuck it all in at once. You hear me? Trust me. So, since there's a lot of cheese in this, the breadcrumbs are important, okay? I'm gonna just make sure that's a whole cup. All right, so we gotta stir that, but let's go ahead back over here. I'm gonna keep this going. All right. No, I can't believe I'm in here, man, doing this kind of stuff in here with what the fuck is going on in this house. This is undoubtedly historical. Undoubtedly. Okay, so I need to cut the mushrooms. I need to add those to the eggplant, and I'll come right back.